Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel CNC for TDM. In this video, we are going to discuss isometric axes, isometric lines, non-isometric lines and true lines. So let us discuss these things. If you see here in this figure, uh, these lines, C is the point from where there are three lines at 120 degree apart. These three lines. These three lines, these are isometric axes. This line uh, from horizontal, it is at 30 degree like this, and this is also this BC line, this is also at 30 degree from horizontal. So these two are horizontal axis and one is vertical axis. This line CG, this is vertical axis, and this way uh, these are any line which is parallel to the axis, parallel to the isometric axis, that is isometric line, just like line AB. This line AB is parallel to this line, parallel to axis. So this is our uh, isometric line. Similarly, with this, if we see CB, this axis, with this axis parallel is AD, this line. This is also isometric line. So these are isometric lines. This line, and any line which is parallel to these all lines are, these are isometric lines, and these three axes are isometric axes. Okay. So if you see here in this figure, this line BD, this line BD is not isometric axis, isometric line, because it is not parallel to any isometric axis. So this is not isometric line BD. And if you see here in this figure, if you see, these are isometric lines. BA, this is isometric line, AD is also isometric line, this is also isometric line, this is also isometric line. So these are at 30 degrees and parallel lines, these are isometric lines. Whereas if you see here, this BA dash and A dash D, these are true lines. This is true line, this is also true line. So this true line means these are at an angle of, from the horizontal, at an angle of 45 degree like this. So this line is true line and this line is isometric line. So this line is also true line. If you see here, this, because this angle is 45 degree here, so these line B A dash and A dash D, these are equal, and similarly B C dash and D C dash, these are also equal. So these four lines are equal, means this is a square, this is square. So this is true square like this, and this is isometric square, which B, A, D and E, this is isometric square like this. This is true square. And here if you see, these are isometric planes from axis. If you see this plane C, D, H, G, this is isometric plane. Here this plane is also isometric. So these are isometric planes, front, side and top plane, these are all isometric planes, and these are true lines. Okay. If you see here in the next figure, if you come here, just see. So this is our true length, true line, this true line at 45 degree, like this. And this is isometric line, this is at 30 degree angle here. So if suppose actually this isometric line, length of the isometric line is reduced, how much it is reduced, if you see in the figure here. So say this line AD, this is a line, suppose length of this line is 50 mm, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, say this is 50 mm length, okay, and this angle is 45 degree. So if basically we have to calculate how much is the line of the isometric line, sorry, how much is the length of the isometric line. We have to calculate the length of this. How to calculate it? Now length is say 50 mm, true length is our 50 mm here, and because this angle is 45 degree, so this base length, this length, because b upon h is equal to cos 45 degree, b upon h means baseline and hypotenuse, base upon hypotenuse cos 45, so it becomes 0.707 this value. If you multiply this by 50, then 35.35. This length, what is this length? This length is base length. Baseline length is 35.5. So now we have to calculate this length. So if you calculate this length, this because this angle 30 degree and cos 30 value is this 0.866, and if you divide this 35.35 divided by 0.866, it becomes 40.82. So length of this line is, this line, isometric line length is 40.82, whereas true length was 50. So how much it is reduced? This length, it was 50 mm and it has become 40.82. So it is reduced like this. So if you match these points, 0.3 to 3, like this, 0.2 with 0.2 vertical lines, if you draw vertical lines here, and 0.1, if you match this with 0.1, 0 with 0, like this, if you draw these vertical lines, and you calculate these lengths like that only, if you calculate all the lengths and you write down here the values, so this will become your isometric scale. If this is our true scale, this is true scale 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and you can calculate the length of this isometric length at each point, like this. We have calculated this with 50 mm length, we have calculated, it has come 40.82. So similarly you can calculate all these lengths. At this point, how much will be the length of the line, at this point, and you write down these values. So this will become isometric scale. Isometric lengths are like that only. So this way, now it may be clear to you what is isometric length, what is true length, and in this figure you see all the lines at 30 degree, like this. This is your horizontal plane, this plane. This is your, say, front plane, like this. This is your side plane, this is your top plane. So these are isometric planes, and these lines are isometric lines, and all at 120 degree, these are your isometric axis. So this way it may be clear to you. Okay, thank you for watching. See you in next video soon. Thanks for watching.